Okay, so we have the Blade130x and we have the Devo 10 with Deviation aftermarket software, and we're going to adjust the tail gain down about 4 steps to see if we can reduce the wag. The wag in the tail is minimal at higher RPM. I found that trying to run at lower RPM, it just really increases the amount of tail wag. But we're going to drop it down using the Devo 10. So the first thing we're going to do is disconnect it off the canopy. There's a lot of aftermarket parts on this helicopter. I bought it used, but it's in really good shape, flies really well. So we're going to power up the Devo transmitter. And there you can see the setup that I have for it. Now what we have to do to start is we have to set the throttle at 100%. Now I use the mix switch, I just find it's easier. My throttle goes to 50%. Bottom is throttle, top is pitch that you're seeing there. So from minus 100 to 50, so I can't get 100 on that one. I run a solid 50, a straight 50% throttle, and minus 100 to plus 100 pitch on there. And on mix 3 I use a flat 100% throttle. So that's the one I'm going to set it at. I also have a super easy, lazy one that runs from minus 100 to plus 50 on the throttle, and minus 2 up to plus 90 on the pitch. And I use that for just kind of practicing in a small area. That way if you forget to hit the throttle hold and slam the throttle down, you won't damage anything. The other important thing is to make sure that the throttle hold is not on, because that will zero your throttle. So I'm going to set the mix switch to mix 2, which is flat 100% throttle. Then I'm going to plug in the battery. This can be scary doing that with throttle at 100, but it is fine. You didn't get her that time. Okay, so when you're going into the gyro gain adjust menu, the important thing is to have your throttle at 100%, and to make sure that so we make sure our throttle's at 100% flat rate, which we do by putting it onto mix 2, and we make sure that the throttle hold is off. Now we can see that the throttle, which is at the bottom right there, is at a flat 100%, and that's where it needs to be. The throttle hold is off. So I'm going to plug in the battery. It's a little bit scary with the throttle at 100% and throttle hold off, but it is safe. So you can see that we went through we're going through the sequence there. And now we have a flashing blue light, and the blue light means that it is on rudder setting. Okay, so we use the elevator stick to adjust between the to change which gain we want to set. There's green, which is the aileron adjust. There's red, which is elevator adjust. And there's blue, which is rudder, and that's what we're going to do. Now to adjust the rudder gain, moving the aileron to the right will increase it, and to the left will decrease it in steps. And we want to go down 4 steps. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 10 steps in each direction that you can use. And if you want to reset that at any time, you can't go beyond a certain number of steps. That will make it unflyable, so you don't have to worry about that. Now if you want to adjust it back to, you want to reset it back to default, you basically take the rudder and you hold it to the right for about 5 seconds. And now we've gone back to the center point of the rudder. So if you're not sure where it is when you're starting, you do that. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 steps down, and we're going to see how it flies there. To remember those settings, basically disconnect the flight battery, go back to the 0 throttle position, or minus 100. The Devo runs from minus 100 to plus 100 on throttle rather than 0 to 100 on the Deviation software. We leave the transmitter powered up, and now we reconnect the flight battery, and we should have everything saved. And looks like we should be set. We'll see how it flies.